All right, guys, we're back with round three, Edison Format, Epic Cards and Games in Hurst, Texas. We got the Sherrif Los on the left playing Volcanic QuickDraw. You see he has the badge on versus Adrian on the right playing Diva Hero. So it's like Los went first, set a monster, and pass. Adrian activates a lure. And both these guys are X1. This was 4 rounds of Swiss, cut the top 8 tournament. We had 20 players, I believe. So winner has to win the last round. A loser is gonna have to win the last round and hope for the tiebreaker. So we'll see who moves on. So Adrian tributes the prodigy for Caius and then hits him directly with Caius. So either A, Adrian's not afraid of Gores, or he probably has a way to deal with it. And now you kind of know Los doesn't have it, so you can be aggressive next turn as well. So here Los foolish as dandy, sets a monster and passes. Probably because he took a ton of damage early. He doesn't want. That's why I think he foolishes the dandy. Plus he has an avarice. Probably doesn't want to draw a dandelion right now, so it's understandable. He doesn't want to just die. And Diva Hero can just kill you out of nowhere with Diva Miracle. So I get it. Anyways, here Adrian goes, summon Diva, get Gilman. So he could potentially, depending on what he decides to do. But you know you're playing Quick Draw, so I can see him either A, go for a Dark End. I maybe should go for Dark End. Dark End, send the face down, and wipe his field. But then you're subject to Black Rose, so I get it. I get why he made the Stardust. I guess Stardust, depending on his back rows, doesn't really lose to Caius. Versus, if he goes for Dark End, he probably loses to Black Rose. He loses to Debris Dragon. And here, Los goes for Debris. He's got, what, 4 monsters in the grave, so he doesn't have enough for Pot of Avarice yet. So he goes Ancient Fairy, 3 tokens. It's basically telling Adrian, you have to... gonna have to deal with my Ancient Fairy. And now Los sets a monster. I think it's because Ancient Fairy's effect. I think it has 2 effects. One with the field spell. And I guess he skips his battle phase. He gets an extra normal. I think that's what Ancient Fairy does. Never really played that card myself, so I don't remember its full effect. But I'll look it up just for those of you guys who may not know. I know this card got eroded because it's a really good card. So here Adrian summons another Diva, goes for Catastrophe. So that's already the out to the Ancient Fairy, and here he's probably gonna hit over the Raikou. Yes. During main phase, you special 1 level 4 lower monster from your hand. You cannot conduct your battle phase until you activate this effect. Okay, so that's the effect Los used. So yes, hits the Raikou. Los chooses just mill. Did he mill Treeborn? All right, so another monster from Los. Brings back Treeborn, so another body. And now plays Avarice, returns 2 Debris, 2 Raikous. Or is debating on returning. So it looks like, oh, did he do 6? No, I think it was double Raikou, double Debris, and the Ancient Fairy. And now he's going to draw into 2 more cards. The issue is Los has too many normal summons in his hand. Yeah, he just drew 2 more monsters, but I think he drew the Gores a little late. Yeah, he has not summoned, so he sets a monster. He's got a wall. 3 tokens, a Treeborn, and Adrian chooses just to hit both tokens. Sets a 3rd back row and passes. Now let's see, Los now, another set monster. What will Adrian do? Does he not play Miracle Man? Or, I mean, let's see. Let's see what he can do. So here comes Rhoda. What does he grab? Stratos or Greffer? I know he plays Greffer as well. So he chooses Stratos. Gets Mally. That ulti Stratos. So I was with him when he fought. Because Aiden, like I said, he just got back into Edison recently. Because he played in the Ultimate Time Wizard tournament at Austin. And he was like debating on buying the Ultimate Stratos. And then finally we convinced him. Not me, but my other friends convinced him to buy ulti Stratos. I'm sure we weren't the only ones at Nats upgrading your Edison decks. Okay, so anyways, he hits over the shell with Catastor. Stratos hits the set, which is Hamster. So now Adrian's probably going to hit over the Raikou with Stratos. Yes. Yes, I agree with this. Hit over the Stratos. And now will Los mill? He's probably going to just choose to mill. Yep, mills. Quick draw at Ryza in the main deck. So yeah, Los did draw the Gores. We'll see if it helps him out. So he pays 500 for shell, so now he's at 41. At 41, at 8K. Let's see if Gores helps him out here. Because I'm like, I don't know if I like Gores, man. I know people love... I'm not saying it's a bad card, but there's just some situations where Gores is kind of mid. But sometimes it could be a blowout. It's kind of like Trap Dust Shoot. That's how I look at Gores. It'll sometimes just win you games on its own, but then you can also draw it late. I think in early games, I've seen people, like, it contradicts people's game plan. Like, they'll have a Gores, and then they'll like, I don't want to do this because I want my opponent to attack into my Gores right now. That's why a lot of my decks, I usually don't play it. Now, in Frogs, I think you should always play it because you barely play any spells and traps. And that deck is a little different. Okay. Let's see. What will Adrian do? Depending on the rest of his hand, but I'm not trying to walk into Gores. Los drew too many cards, so I would just hit with Stardust and Katash and then attack him with Stratos. Adrian's checking to see what's gone. What did he mill? Maybe he's worried about Gores. I think that's what he's worried about. Here comes Wing Blast. Ooh. So he discards the Mally, puts the Treeborn back. 25. And now Los probably going to have to drop the Gores here. So Adrian's waiting for it. Okay, attack the token. So now we're at 19, 8,000, and Adrian with a third back row. And Los is redrawing the Treeborn Frog. Yeah, Los is... I mean, the good news is Adrian can't deal with the Gores right now. Unless if he has like another Wing Blast or Regeki break. So, yeah. Oh, Dark Arm. Dark Armed, pop the Gores, or pop the set, the Treeborn that he redrew. I think this game is over. Unless Los plays Battle Fader, which he does. So, random Battle Fader saves Los another turn from losing this game. I mean, what can he do, though? Stardust, Dark, and he pops the Fader just so you don't get Caiused. Adrian's got 3 back rows, and Los concedes. So Adrian takes game 1. Will Los pull off the backdoor 2-0? Legacy 2-0. I actually really like backdoor 2-0. That one's growing on me. Alright, so Los opened Avarice, Crow, Treeborn. Yeah, Avarice, Crow, Treeborn. I can't see the other card. So Los has got the Sheriff hat on, the badge on. He only wears it when he plays Quick Draw. So Adrian with the E-Call. I mean, come on, man. It's Stratos. What else are you going to get? I don't even know if Adrian plays Ocean. I think is Stratos his only E-Call target? Maybe he plays a Bubble Man or something? I don't know. But anyways, here comes Stratos, that ulti Stratos that Adrian paid a decent amount of money for. I didn't even know it was that expensive. Because he's like, should I get a secret rare? And then he bought the secret rare and then he changed his mind. He's like, oh, no, never mind. I want the ulti. Okay, Adrian activates Allure. What did he search off Stratos? Did he search Mally or Prodigy? Oh, he banishes the Grepher. Okay. Here comes Future Fusion. Los with no response to the Future Fusion. Sends Mally. Okay, so I'm guessing he searched Prodigy. Mally and Diva. Yeah, I think Adrian cut the Treeborn out of his deck. He was telling me he didn't like it. Which is understandable. I think when I played Diva Hero, like, this is way back, I didn't like Treeborn that much either. So Adrian chooses not to attack in case it's a hamster. You kind of want Los to flip it himself. And now Los sets a back row, sets another monster. Does Adrian have Caius? Turn 1 on Future Fusion. Oop, there's a Caius. Target the old one, which was a Raikou. Which Los chose not to flip the previous turn. So now what do you do if you're Adrian? See, this is where the mind games come in. Where Raikou versus hamster decks. Okay, so he hits over the Treeborn, which it's locked thanks to Los's 2 back rows. And now Ab-Zero hits the field. So maybe Los has Torrential here. I mean, this is a... Oh, yeah. Torrential hurt right there. That hurt pretty bad. Ooh, Adrian's got the return. So he's got like Prodigy. I'm looking at Adrian's hand. He's got like Mirror Force, Return, Prodigy. Now, guys, the duel is sped up quite a bit. They all are, but depending on how long the video is. Because I try not to make the videos too long. So that's why it seems like they're shuffling faster than they normally do. Yeah, for those of you guys who are wondering. Because it does look like that, but... Yeah, my goal with the videos is try to keep them between 16 minutes to like 20. Sometimes I'll go over if the match is really long to like 25, 26 at most. Sometimes 27, 28. Okay, so here he flips Raikou. It's also why I cut out the side decking part. Because otherwise the videos are like 30 minutes long and I'm not trying to do that. Anyway, Raikou hits the Solemn, mills Gores, Card Trooper, and Hamster. Activates Crow. What does he have? 3 Darks? Oh, no, he's just doing it just to make his Avarice live. It's not a bad trade because you get rid of a Mally, so it's fine. Now Los will draw 2 more cards. Draws Crow and, what, like an MST? I think that's what he drew. Raikou Poke for 200, so we're at 78 to 8,000. All right, let's see. What will Adrian do? Adrian's still relatively new, so he's trying to get that first win on the channel. He finally made it to his first finals the previous tournament. Lost to his older brother. They're twins, so his brother's only older by like a few minutes. But yeah, he lost to him in the finals. All right. Adrian does have that return. We'll see if it comes back and wins him the game. Now Los sets a second back row. Los flips Trap Dusty. Let's look at Adrian's hand. I think the only monster he's got is Malicious. Oh no, he's got Vanity's Fiend. Oh, Adrian's gonna hide the spells and traps too. Oh wow. See me, I don't do that, man. I just leave him up. I don't care. even at a Time Wizard event, I don't even hide them. I just don't care anymore. It's like, whatever, dude. Just look at my damn hand. So what did he send back? Ooh, Adrian moved the spell and trap. No, you're not supposed to do that. I think he sent back the Kaya, so I think his hand is Prodigy and Vanity's Fiend. Again, the duel is sped up. That's why I can't tell at times. But yeah, Adrian moved his spell and traps. He's not supposed to do that. He get in trouble for doing that. Luckily, like, I could tell because he's playing on a mat that shows the spells and traps. That's actually the store mat. I don't know why Adrian's not playing on his own mat. It's weird. Anyway, Los Foolish as Dandy. 2 tokens. And now sets. Now he's got another wall again. Raikou in defense mode. 2 tokens and a set monster. Yeah, I'm almost positive. Or did he send back the Prodigy? Ooh, here comes Miracle. That's pretty good. So now you get rid of Stratos, that ulti Stratos, which is gonna... Now if Adrian flips return, that is a powerful return. He's got Mally in the banished pile, Diva, Stratos, Greffer. So he could even turn on his Mally again because Los Crow the Mally. So he can put the Mally back in his graveyard. So, oh, it's Shell. But did Adrian ever set the return, or is it still in his hand? I think now that he drew Miracle. Oh, and yeah, he set the MST. So he kept the return in his hand. So maybe Los was trying to Regeki break. Maybe Los was trying to Regeki break the return, but Adrian kept it in his hand. Good move. If Adrian did that on purpose, that was a good move. He got him. All right, now let's see what will Los do. Yeah, I'm almost positive he kept the return in his hand. If it was me, I probably would have said both. Or you could have MST'd. No, that's like a bad play. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he still got the return in his hand. Now what do you do if you're Los? Ooh, tribute 0 for Vanity's Fiend and then wipes his field. Attacks him directly for 24. I think another reason Adrian is not setting the return is because he doesn't want to lose to heavy. Since Los kind of sniped his Solemn, he doesn't want to set the return until he absolutely has to. I think had he still had the Solemn, maybe he sets the return. All right, so Adrian's got like Cyber Dragon. Yeah, both these players shuffle their hands a lot. A lot of people do. It's funny because I watch so many people play, and some people they shuffle so much. Which when I play, I hardly ever shuffle my hand. So still no return set from Adrian, which I get why especially with Vanity's Fiends up, you don't want to just lose your return. So I understand why he's not setting it. That's kind of like your bomb. You're kind of just like, deal with my cards, my 3 back rows and my Vanity's Fiend. And then if you do, I have return as a follow-up play. Okay, here comes Brain Control from Los. This is a 43 to 78. He hits Agent for 24, so we're at 43 to 54. Tributes for the Vanity's Fiend for Caius. And snipes. Let's see. Oh, he rugs the Caius. Yeah, I like Rug against this deck. You stop Caius, you stop Debris. I think I would side 1 or 2 against them. You stop their big plays like Caius and Debris, which I think Los. And Los is on Ryza too. Rageki breaks the new one. Probably thinks that's the return he's trying to snipe. Is Adrian considering chaining it? So I'm pretty sure, yeah. So Adrian finally set the return, and Los snipes it this time. Because Los knows I lose the return, so I got to get the thing off the field. So here, Caius is the same one that Adrian tried to protect with Rug the previous turn, which is probably the Mirror Force. My guess is he's trying to protect that Mirror Force. Well played by Los, sniping the return, and then Caiusing the one that Adrian was trying to protect. So, yeah, it was the Mirror Force, and he torrentials the Caius. Unfortunately for... Yeah, sorry about the background noise. But, yeah, unfortunately for Los, he's only got, like, 2 cards. All right. Let's see. What will Adrian do? So now he's checking his graveyard. Yeah, sniping that return was huge. So now let's see, what will Adrian do? I mean, I'm looking at his hand. He's got like Cyber Dragon that he cannot use. He's got Crow, so he just passed. Oh, he's got Rhoda. Is his Rhoda dead? I'm thinking his Rhoda might be dead because he already drew into Stratos. No, he has Necrogardener. Unless if he sided it out. Okay, so he goes Treeborn, special summon Quick Draw, discard Crow. Summon Drill Warrior, attack for 24. Discard his last card, MST. Now he's at 43 to Adrian's 3,000. Still can't use Cyber Dragon. I wouldn't have sided in Cyber Dragon against this deck. I guess you can like attack over Hamster and Raikou and stuff, but there's just better cards. Like Crow is really good against Los's deck. Yeah, Crow and Pulling the Rug is decent. I wouldn't have sided in Cyber Dragon. Yeah, I get your argument. It's kind of like I want to attack into Hamsters and Raikous with Cyber, but nah. Can Adrian do anything with all those? We actually saw him do this against his brother in the finals. Like he had a bunch of cards in his hand, he just couldn't do anything. So he crows a Treeborn to drop Dark Armed. Yeah, and Los is checking his Dark. So the Crow gives him his 3rd Dark. Attacks for 28, sets 2. But does Los have a play to deal with the dad with Drill Warrior? Let's see what he has Caius right there. But he's going to have to give up his Drill Warrior if he does that. He has Quick Draw in the grave, but Quick Draw does nothing by itself. Because he'd have to, yeah. So I'm trying to think what can Los do except Caius. Yeah, and I think that's why Los is checking to see what's gone. Solemn's gone. One Rug's gone. He could get Dandelion just to stall, but yeah, he's going to debate what's the right move here. And I think he's looking at either A, Caius, or B, Dandy. I think those are his choices. But if it's Dandy, Adrian's going to pop. And depending on what your last back row is, he could just beat you. So I think you kind of have to go for the Caius here. Yeah, I think, yeah, you have to go for the Caius. And just... You can attack him directly first, but what if he has a D prison, though? Yeah, see, this is a... Los is in a tough spot. Do you go for the 12? Like, hit him directly for 12? Or you could also... I mean, if Adrian's back rows are bluffs, you could just go for game. So that's also another choice. So if I'm Los... Oh, okay, and here he goes. Wing Blast, discard Prodigy, puts the... And then Los concedes. And, yep. Adrian is moving on. Unfortunately, Los... I think he did win the last round, but he still did not make top 8. So, yeah, he basically got knocked out here. And we'll see if Adrian can make top 8. Hope you guys enjoyed that match. And we'll be back soon for the rest of the tournament. Bye, guys.